Let's start with the most violent and powerful film that I've seen so far at the Cannes Film Festival. There is a little bit of blood, but it's the emotional torture that's devastating. The Hunt tells the story of a blameless man whose life collapses because of a lie about child abuse. It's Thomas Vinterberg's best movie since Festen, which won the jury prize at the festival 13 years ago. That too focused on paedophilia and flung the Danish director onto the international scene. With this difficult but riveting watch, she's back to compete for the big prize, the Palme d'Or, propelled by the lead man, Mads Mikkelsen's shattering performance. Have you ever been in that situation where you're telling the truth and no one believes you?
Yeah, I think I've tried that before, and that's, but luckily not with a grave subject like this one. I mean, this is just, nobody likes to be accused of anything if it's falsely, but especially having had stuff with a kid, it's unbearable to think about.
One of the things I noticed in the film is you see how masculine bonds can so easily be broken, even friendships that date back years and years. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's real life? Because it's a bit depressing.
I don't think they can easily be broken. I think they have a very, very hard time breaking them. You have to understand, we're talking about my best friend's daughter, right? So if the daughter is telling the truth and everybody else is saying that she's telling the truth, he has a very hard time breaking his bonds with me. He's in his life's dilemma. It's ruining him. It's breaking him. So I don't think it's that easy just to break the bonds, I must say.
If it was you, and it was your daughter, and it was your best friend, what would you do?
I was actually thinking about that. But I think that what they do in the film, the character they bring life to, Thomas and Thomas Bo Larsen, who's the actor, I think it's very spot on. I think it's the dilemma of should I open the door, should I close the door? Should I kill him, should I embrace him? I think that's very truthful. I think that is pretty much what you would do in a situation like that.
Now, you've also played many characters in your career, but you also played the villain in Casino Royale.
I hope our little game isn't causing you to perspire.
Here you're playing the good guy. What do you prefer?
I like them both. I have to find something likable in the baddies, and you have to find some flaws in the good guys. You have to find their weaknesses. You have to find their little mistakes, and so I try to make them go hand in hand with bad guys and good guys.
Let's try and ignore the fact that we're in the middle of a store.
We're in Cannes. We're in sunny Cannes. Right.
Describe your Cannes experience to us. What's it like?
Well, besides the wind and the rain, it's been amazing. I've been here several times. I've never had a film in a competition, and this is my first time doing that. So I get to do that little funny U-turn with the car and stuff, the red carpet thing. So we're enjoying it. We're enjoying that's a lot of attention on our film, and because we're proud of it, and we want as many people to see it as possible.
Tu vas à Cannes, toi, cette année?
Lucas, I play Lucas. He is trying to get his life back. He got divorced, he lost his job, but now he's got a new job in a kindergarten. And so he's climbing up the lively ladder again. And all of a sudden, one of the little kids in the kindergarten says something. And this is my best friend's little kid. And this is a rumor that starts rolling and the snowball gets bigger and bigger. It is a film about how the enormous love to your kid can be turned into enormous fear and enormous hate. And it's possible of like imploding a whole society.
This character that Mads plays so well is very dear to me. He's a good-hearted man who insists on being very civilized and who believes in the good from other people and who, almost like a religious figure, forgives them all their lies for so long and continues until he can't anymore, until he explodes. The title, The Hunt, is a little bit banal, in fact. But for me, it was very important as a target, as a light tower that I was pursuing through writing, so that I know what I was writing. Okay, and then it grew in to become a part of the identity of this whole film. Of course, it's interesting that the man hunting is being hunted himself. It's about witch hunt.
Of course, the hunt is something very masculine, and it's also something extremely brutal, and it's obviously a metaphor for what's happening in the film. I don't find it uncivilized to kill animals because we've been doing it all our lives and we need to eat. Some people find it brutal, others find it not brutal. And that is the big question of the film, I guess. What is brutal here? Is the little lie and the fear and the love that turns into hate, is that brutal? Or is it brutal to stand up and physically fight for yourself? What is most brutal? I'm trying to solve this as a civilized man, but I can't do it anymore. So I have to take up the axe and become uncivilized.
It's interesting for me that people start clapping when he becomes violent. In a way that's misanthropic, but I understand them very well. It's also a revelation. It's a step out of a trapped decency somehow, a trapping decency, which he throws off. But I, in fact, find all the members of this society innocent little children that don't know what to do. They're confused about this whole lie, and they're lost in this chaos that exists in real life as well. For me, it's a loss of purity. It's a loss of innocence.
I understood all the characters. I understood me, I understood my friend, his wife, I understood the old woman, I understood the kids. And I couldn't blame anyone for what happened. I couldn't stop it. There was no one to blame. And that was interesting. I thought that was very, very interesting to work with a script where there are nobody who did the wrong thing, but they did the wrong timing maybe. Does it seem to me like a Vinterberg film? Well, I think that he has been doing a lot of different films. Well, the most famous until now, at least, is Festen, Celebration. But he has also done films before and film after. And I think they have, you can see Thomas in all the films, but they have little different touches every time. So I can see Thomas in here, but I also think there's something new in it.
I think maybe this has more, maybe a little bit more gravitas, a little bit more weight. Hopefully. I don't think people change much in life, but maybe they grow a little bit heavier. And my films maybe do too.
Terminé. Mon Dieu. Merci. Merci, monsieur.
The movie, but
no. I mean, I think even as kids, we remember little rumors, and those rumors could just kill you because they were not true. But the more you say they're not true, the more people believe they are true. You know. So yes, I've experienced that in smaller scales. I think that's more common with girls, though. But yeah, of course, I've experienced it.
Which one? Which one, for example, as a kid?
I can't remember. What, but I remember the feeling of feeling everything was so unjust. It was so unfair. You know. I remember that feeling.
And it helped you for the character in a way.
Sorry?
It helped you for the character in a way.
Yeah, I think not because of that, but I think it's easy for everyone to identify themselves with a situation where you're getting accused of something as horrible as this, and you didn't do it, but you don't know how to tell people. You can say, I didn't do it. You can smile when you do it, you can cry with it, you can do all kind of things. People will still look at you and go, yeah? And that's difficult.
As an actor, there hasn't been any gossip about you as a celebrity?
Yeah, that's not even gossip, that's just on the front page. You know, that's not even
Which
gossip.
one, for example, that funny ones?
Me and all kind of girls, or me drunk in the gutter, whatever, all kind of, what they do. You know, that's what their work is. And it's not even gossip, it doesn't go like, it's just like, it's the truth. So, hey, what can you do?
Thank you.
Manden, der gav os festen, bliver her selv centrum for en lille fest i Cannes. Thomas Vinterberg fylder i dag 43 år og får her sang og kram fra sine skuespillere og sit filmhold.
Måske er der noget med øjnene, jeg skulle lide.
I Vinterbergs nye film bliver der også festet igennem blandt jagtkammerater. Og så tager de mørke toner over. Filmen handler om et af tidens alvorlige emner, overgreb på børn.
Det er utænkeligt, men det sker alligevel, og det sker oftere, end man tror. Og tænk, hvis det skete i ens nærkreds. Tænk, hvis ikke man havde set det. Hvorfor findes det, og hvorfor er det desværre så udbredt, som det er? Hvad er det? Kan man finde det lille ting, der kan tage væk, så det bliver anderledes en dag?
Thomas Vinterberg giver emnet overgreb på børn en uventet drejning. I filmen er der tale om rygter og en løgnhistorie. I kender Mads Mikkelsen en filmstjerne, og han kender fra sit eget liv ubehaget ved rygter og løgne.
Hvis det er grinagtigt i sig selv, så kan jeg jo morme over det, altså, fordi det er så absurd nogle gange. Og andre gange, så bliver det... Så bliver jeg bare rigtig, rigtig ked af det, og ved faktisk ikke, hvad det er for en pude, jeg skal slå i. Men det er meget svært at gøre noget ved det. Så jeg prøver at læne mig tilbage og ryge en cigaret ekstra, og så lade det gå. Det tror jeg, altså løgn og rygter, det tror jeg alle vil kendte eller ikke kendte vil opleve som meget ubehageligt.
Mads Mikkelsen og jagten dyster med 21 film om de gyldne palmer.
Er du et konkurrencemenneske? Ja, det må man sige. Jeg er meget konkurrencemenneske, men lige præcis med den her branche er det jo et paradoks at være det. Det kan man jo ikke være, fordi vi løber jo ikke x antal meter og kommer over en streg før andre. Men nu når vi er her, så kunne det være meget godt at stikke af med det. Det skal ikke være nogen hemmelighed. Voilà. Merci. Ja, det er rigtigt. Vi tror, at Viggo Monsen.